Very nice. Me reaching the teleport crystal again coincided with the end of the last episode, so I actually took a small break and did think things a little bit more through what I want to do right now. In that regard also, hello everyone and welcome back to the Final Fantasy XII Randomizer. Good opportunity. Yeah, I had some time, I took some time and did think about everything. First of all, I want to go to... Yeah, good thing I did think everything through. I would like to go to, where is it? Nalbina. Yeah. Because I want to get my rewards from the hunts that are still open. Let's do one thing after another. Like, I didn't like construct a master plan here, like no galaxy brain stuff is to be expected right now. But I did like mentally list everything which I have access to now. And what is still like unsolved by this point, unresolved. And those things is something that came to my mind. There are also two Espers we could try to get now. Achilles, we've already got that one. Handkerchief, Also, we need to accept more hunts here. Death, Scythe, and Guliato, or what he's called. The Guliato thing is this guy here. Hidden in the corner, because he's working on a secret project. The Goliath, okay. Yeah, that guy's in Nabudis at a very random spot, actually. Like right at the entrance coming from the Deadlands? Yeah, coming from the Deadlands. Did we already accept his hunt? Yeah, okay. Yeah, basically Goliath, Death, Skies, and Roblon is usually something I do in one go when I visit the Deadlands as well as the other place, Nabudis. And Popol here is the guy for Death Skies. Nice, okay, accepted all of that. That is already nice. Moving on to the next location then. Oh, also one thing I also realized off screen. Balthier has slow. Balthier does have slow. In the menu here we can see though that he has both slow and haste. But apparently slow still takes priority over haste, at least if I believe in the message right there. That's a little bit sad. Then actually, it does feel faster. Let me try this again without the shield. Okay, try that again. Okay, nice Ash. Let's try this again with legit haste. I want to see that. Actually, it might actually work. Haste might take priority there. Let me quickly wait until haste is gone again. Yeah, come on, haste, make haste. Yeah, okay. Let's try this again. Kiraga fills that fast. Okay. Now we try to equip the shield again. It's equal, isn't it? It might actually be equal. Yeah, and the only reason why slow is depicted then is because only detrimental statuses are depicted there. Yeah. I guess it cancels each other out. Like nothing takes priority there. Yeah, that's something I wanted to figure out. Okay, now then, let's teleport again. Let's go back to Rabanastre. There's some business I want to take care of here at Rabanastre. I think I can finally complete the Katyan side quest. Also, it's dry. Let me quickly go here. And we can also start the cockatrice on the loose side quest, or whatever it's called. And I'm not sure if you need to talk to the cockatrice caretaker here to initiate it, Dania. Oh, actually, I think you don't need to talk to her, but yeah, we can do that now as well. And all of those cockatrices, when we bring them back, they all give unique rewards, or should give unique rewards. So that's also something I want to do. Usually they give nothing of importance, but here again in the randomizer, that's a different story altogether. Let's go to the Bazaar. I want to take to Mont Blanc and Katyan. I also might want to check the clan provision out again. Okay, she has finally chosen. Okay, and she's gone now. Okay, depending on what my answers were, she will now end up in a different place in Rabanastre. Let's check this guy out. I think nothing new. Ether still? Nah, nothing new. That might actually be his final set of items that he has. Except the items he gets for Order of Ambrosia, but those items are kind of pointless. And she is here, okay. I did give all the right answers, because otherwise she would be someplace else in Rabanastre. But she's here now, so we should get the quote-unquote best reward. Get giant feathers and... okay, never mind. Oh, yeah, we also get items from Mont Blanc. We get Wrath of the Gods and 2 Rod of Faith. That's nice. Ahriman defeated Indigo Penance is new, and Morning Stars, nice. Shepherd's Rochi is also okay. Belito, okay, we got this guy. This is an interesting hunt. Very interesting hunt indeed. Like, that's another good hunt in my opinion, because it's another twist on the entire hunting mechanic. Like, because it's technically not a hunt, you will see why when we do that one. And those guys are currently talking and saying that there's like this headhunter going around, the hunter stalker, who apparently attacks other hunters like us. Totally does not have anything to do with the Belito hunt. But yeah, I like that the Belito hunt also resolves something that is not quite resolved at this point. Like, you might not think about it, but it's nice that they expand upon that and give it a proper conclusion. Also, having spoken about the cockatrice, here's one. This guy is running away, okay? Okay, the trick is now, you need to catch this guy. The thing is, you may not approach too fast, because then he starts running away. If I do this, he will start... Yeah, he runs away. But we need to talk to him, that's the thing. You can try to approach from the side here. I think that's the trick, actually. Yeah, that's also the problem. He may not see you. Don't stand in my way. Let's try it again around here. 4 times speed is doing a good job here. Okay, I'm closing in. But I'm not fast enough. No. I think if you take too long, he will also run away. Was it a she? It might be a she, actually. We will figure that out, which cockatrice is a he and a she. Come on. Come on, talk to him. No, ah! Damn it. And basically all of those cockatrices have like a different gimmick that you need to like fulfill to like get them back to Giza. Oh, he got stuck. That's my chance. No, ah, damn it. Yeah, you absolutely may not like normally walk because then he will run away. Luckily 4 times speed is this thing here because like imagine if I had to wait every time he gets back here. Nah. Gotcha, okay. Okay, it's Ren. No, I said the wrong thing. No, I forgot you need also to, you also need to answer with the right answer here. Okay, again. No. Okay, and now yeah. There's also like a story to all of those cockatrices, why they left, what's their like ticks and stuff. Like that's pretty nice. Shit. She was the one. Okay. Was that all? I think there's more to it actually. I do not recall all of those like things you need to do for the cockatrices here. But at least that was important now. This guy was talking about shit. Yeah, another cockatrice. I remember that there's also one cockatrice that you need to talk to, and like that cockatrice only goes back when you have like returned a different cockatrice first. That might actually be the one. Okay, that's it. That's that. I will read into that again, but when I see a cockatrice here, I will try to solve their respective puzzle. I think I do recall where all of them are, at least. But yeah, that's something I need to figure out the details again. Actually, he might be over here again. Let's just take a quick look. Wasn't the cockatrice over here now? Apparently not. Okay, so much for that. Let's head for our next destination. Next up, I want to go back to the most foreign highways because there's another client we haven't talked to after finishing their hunt. Actually, one moment. 40. I'm not sure. Let's try. Okay, let's try something else. Let's go to Phone Coast. Yeah, as I said a lot on the fly right now. Let's activate the Phone Coast hunts. There's a rare game in the most foreign highways that is like a snake, and that snake only appears during a certain like range for when the minute timer is like between 40 and stuff. 40 or so. I'm not sure if it is 40 or what number it has to be. Could be that it is 0 to 10 or so. But I'm not sure if that's a Phone Coast rare game, and if I kill some time right now here, then I might also get that rare game eventually, hopefully. But yeah, in order to activate the Phone Coast rare games, you need to do something else. You need to get the first Phone Coast rare game basically before the other ones unlock. And the first one is Thalassion, and the Thalassion is over here somewhere in Phone Coast. And once we defeated that guy, we unlock the rest, basically. And normally the Foam Coast rare games are to be defeated with a lot of caution. There's a pathway here. I think I recall that one. Huh, interesting. But yeah, normally defeating those Foam Coast rare games is something you should do with caution. Because a lot of the Foam Coast rare games do give you unique steals that you otherwise only get via very cumbersome methods. And those steals are important because a lot of them are important for getting ultimate weapons in this game. Most importantly, the Tornasol. Like, for example, the Thalassion is a good example right now. If you defeat the Thalassion in the base game, you have a problem because the Thalassion, I think you can steal... what was again? Scarletite, I think. I think you can steal Scarletite from the Thalassion. And that's one of the pieces you want to get for the Tornasol. And if you kill Thalassion, Thalassion will never spawn again, and the same goes with other Foam Coast rare games. Once they are defeated, they never respawn. And since that's the case, you can get, like, in trouble. Like, there's always a different kind of source for all those items you can get from the Foam Coast rare games, but those are usually abysmal chances. Like, definitely nothing you want to do. And yeah, with that in mind, inform yourself what those Foam Coast enemies have to steal, and like make sure you get enough steals before you kill them. That's also the reason why I normally like to Exhiberries, okay? And that's also the reason why I... Oh yeah, wait a second. That's also the reason why I like to like combine the rare games and like farming stuff for Bazaar goods. But yeah, those chests here, there is also something with those chests. Like in the base game, those chests were like arranged in a different manner. There was like a, let's say, 4x4 square over there, with chests. And one of those chests was actually one of the forbidden chests you were not allowed to open. In this, the chests here are not detrimental anymore. You can open them whenever you want. But there's also a secret to those chests. I got an Exoberry now. There's a hidden message here. And I think if you decipher that message, you can figure out like the location of the Gendarme or Seitengrad or so. Like that's basically the only hint you get for one of those like invisible weapons. We got an Exhiberry. Let's take a look at what else we get here. We get a teleport zone, so ET. Let's stick with ET. ETB. At B, at BC. At BCR. Okay, that's not making any like word here. Warhammer. But yeah, there's something you need to like use the first or the last letter and arrange them in a specific order, and then you can find out the location where the Gendarme or like Seitengrad is. Like it's very cryptic and very hard to decipher because the only hint that there's something fishy about those chests is basically that you get Drepwool from one of them. And Drepwool is nothing you ever get from chests. It's a drop from an enemy. And that should make you suspicious and like make you consider what you just got there. You got a Callot head. Interesting. Lightning Fang. Dark Mode. Soldier's Cap. Pointy head. Yeah, you can really tell that you get a bunch of random items here. Like all of them are unique and Mukai shard. And it's very weird. But yeah, I'm not sure what the hidden message is or how to decipher it. That's something I cannot do like based on my knowledge. That's something I also never did. But there's a message here, I know that much. And there's something you can figure out there. And also, by the way, that was the Thalassion. We get a trophy. That's a thing with all Phone Coast rare games. You always get a trophy after defeating them. That's also the reason why they only spawn once. Also, in case you didn't notice, you need to stand at the edge of the cliff there and look down here, and then after a few seconds the Thalassion does spawn. That's also something the Colonel tells you, the headhunter chef there. And now we need to talk to the guy again, and then we activate all rare games in the game. Also, I just mentioned that you need to be careful when defeating them. I do not have to, because steals here are random, so there's nothing to like really lose out on. And if I do, I just do. Then that's how it is. I mean, those guys might have something interesting to steal, but I don't even have steal by this point, so... When do I get steal? That's another question, so... Yeah, I just kill them when I see them in this randomizer. Is this guy called the Colonel? No, it's the Huntmaster. In German he's called the Colonel, okay. Okay, and now we have unlocked all of them. Yuri, yeah, also you can give those trophies to those guys here, and depending on how you distribute the items, you get different, you get access to different, like, rewards here. All of those guys in the Zodiac version do give something interesting. Attack, gives you weapons, block gives you armors, and stock gives you, like, normal items and accessories. I'm not sure if the items here are randomized, but I can tell you that much. If you are doing this, you always want to, like, give items to, like, you want to focus on one guy. There are 30 trophies in total, and as such, 30 Phone Coast rare games, so you need to distribute those 30 trophies you get from hunting those rare games among those guys, and I would recommend that you focus on one guy. Because then you get like one good reward at the end that you only get when you give 30 to a single guy. Like otherwise you get like mediocre items if you spread it evenly or so. I'm not sure about stock. There was one thing important that has stock. I think I usually distribute like 25 to attack and 5 get stock. But I'm not sure about that anymore. I think I definitely want to give one to stock, I think. But I'm not so sure about that. I know that you can get a ribbon from stock, and that would be nice. Actually, I do not know, because I'm not sure about the effect of the ribbon in this. But I did that now, so that's it. That's a mistake, then that's it. I'm not even sure if those items are the normal items or if they're randomized, so we will find that out later. Okay, yeah, okay, now we activated the Phone Coast rare games. I'm not sure if you need to give one trophy to those guys in order to actually activate it, but I did it, so yeah. Those rare games, as I already mentioned by multiple times by this point, those are always tricky to get. I think the Huntmaster actually gives you some hints. Tell me about the rare game. Nah, okay, but I think there's someone who gives you hints for those rare games, like someone in this camp here. But yeah, those guys also, I will get those guys on the way, if I see them. And there are a few I remember, a few I do not. Okay, we currently have minute 51 on the timer, so let's go to was Foreign High Waste, and let's see if the rare game is actually there. I'm not sure if that's a normal rare game or a Phone Coast rare game, but in either case, if I can get it, I will get that one. Also, our reward for the break hunt over here. Dorsal Fin Ether. Okay. Also, I guess while we are here, let's try to get another Esper. Let's try to get Exodus. I think you can get Exodus after you go to Faun Coast, actually. I think you can do this a little bit earlier than I'm doing it right now. But you need to activate those fountains here, the Shrine of Northwest Wind and stuff. And you want to make your way to the top here. And in order to do so, you need to activate certain shrines which allow you to go to certain places here that would otherwise be unreachable. You also need a Chocobo. I might need to get Gisa greens because I don't have Gisa greens. I'm not sure which ones you need to activate here. I will try to use the ones that make the most sense to me. You cannot activate all of them at the same time. I think you can only activate, let's just say, 2 at max or so. I think those 2 should already be good. Via the map you can tell which ones are currently active. I think that's good, because then we can go with the Chocobo over there. Then we can go here, I think. Yeah, let's see if I can find the rare game. Like I said, it is a snake I'm searching for. And now this is what we activated, by the way, this pathway here. I'm actually not sure where the snake is. One of those areas for sure. I got Stamp. Stamp is nice. And I also got a Blood Sword, also good. Blood Sword is okay, and Stamp could be nice because I have a lot of equipment that gives me statuses. So that might be nice to give those to enemies, or give those to other party members. Also quickly, I'm quickly trying to find that one rare game. Was it over here or so? I'm actually not sure. Let's go with fleeing. What was that? That was you? Okay, never mind. I'm searching for a special kind of viper or so. But yeah, as I said, it might actually not be currently here. I'm not sure about the minute timer. Is that new? No. No. I keep forgetting how many shrines can you have active at max. I think might actually be 3 if I think about it. In that case, I also need to activate this one. Yeah, you can have 3 active because now I can go here, over here, and over here, I think. And I haven't found the rare game. It must be over in one of the areas I've been to, over here or over here, I think. Trail of Sky Flung Stone or Race of Ashen Light. Not sure about the Empyrean Way. Can I write you? I don't have greens. Okay. Okay, that is annoying. Okay, let me try something. Who knows? The rare game might also be over here. Let's try this. But nothing to see here. No. Yeah, and that location is where I need the Chocobo for. Okay, now I have the entire crowd on my heels. I'm gonna get a Chocobo from Nalbina, I think. Don't want to get one from. Don't want to get Gisa Greens from Dice back in Balfenheim right now. What was that? Was there still a... Might have been a wolf or so. I missed the treasure right in front of me. Never mind. Okay, yeah, let's try to get the Chocobo from Nalbina. That should work as well. I'm gonna flee here. Do not want to waste time here. Enemies cannot touch me. Yeah, I really need to improvise a lot right now. I'm also thinking about some rare games. There's also a rare game that we can get now in the Esper Sand, the northern part of the Esper Sand. We should have enough time to do this, so... Let's see. To be honest, at this point I might need to work a little bit more with guides and stuff, because stuff like the exact minute time frame you need to go here to trigger the rare game, I do not know. Like, my wisdom also has its limits. I do know this game a lot, and I'm aware that there's a rare game here that is only available during a specific time frame. And that's enough for my taste right now. But I do not recall the specific numbers here. Okay, we want to go over here. We activated those 3 floating grass patches here via the shrines. Which means we can take the Chocobo over here now. And we can go... Furthermore, we can go over here and go through the grass here and end up in a different location we could otherwise not reach. Okay, I think that's it for the Chocobo. There's also a rare game that can spawn here. A Foam Coast one. Actually, I need to get off the Chocobo. Yeah. Okay, we end up here. There's something special in here. Okay, Turtle Shell Choker, nice. Okay, and the reason why we did all of this is so that we can punch this rock here. Or we can just touch it and poof. Okay, this opens way to that one area we could not reach without the grass in that position and the Chocobo. We can now reach from the Babbling Vale to Skyridge Ridge. And what we do now is activate different shrines that allow us to go all the way to the top of the mountain here. And that's where Exodus is. Exodus could be hard. Actually, he might not be hard because he does not have the magic he usually has. Exodus is scary because, first of all, you cannot use items in the fight. Items are normally nothing you pay too much attention to, I think. But if you cannot use them, that is actually a problem. And especially, I over the years have started to appreciate items more. Definitely, and not having access to Phoenix Downs or Ethers, for example, could be problematic. But yeah, that's one thing about Exodus. The other thing is, he uses a lot of strong magic. At least in the base game, he uses like Scarf and stuff, and like everything is dangerous what he has. And Flare, and also just in general high-level magic. So that's something to look out for. The good thing is in this randomizer, the spells are randomized. I'm not sure, is Scarf even Scarf? I think Scarf might actually be poison in this. So that might be 1+ for us. Also Scarf, if he has Scarf, he cannot hit all party members because it's only against one foe. Otherwise, he uses Flare. Flare is sleep or sleep guy, I think. Just working off the position here now. But I think this normally is Scarf, like at this position, the last black magic spell. So this must be sleep, and I think a few before that is must be either shock or sleep, I think. But yeah, in any case, I'm kind of confident that we will beat Exodus. We've already defeated Q-Lane under much dire circumstances, so let's see how this goes. I need to be careful because he does start the battle with... come on, let's turn all of this off. He does start the battle with Reflect, and if my party just cast magic on him, I eradicate myself, which is not nice. Let's see if the other rare game is here. Guys, you cannot hit him. Actually, never mind, let's not take care of those guys right now. Oh, the spell mode is actually nice. Is that intentional that there's one here? Nice. Actually, I cannot use the spell mode because I can't use items, haha. Oh, please, Ash, take care of all of those guys, please. Also, actually, Van, I guess? Because Van can also give us good statuses. Bubble Guy is important, Protect Guy not so much, I think. Okay, both here and Friend and Pinello. Why does... Wait a second, why does she have... Why does Pinello have faith? Wait a second, Oh, does the Dragon Whisker give her faith? Oh, that would be so nice. What's the Tourmaline Ring? It's the Tourmaline Ring! Oh god, this is so good. Okay, everyone get Tourmaline Rings. This is insane. Oh yeah, nice, okay. Oh, yeah, at some point I really just need to try out and equip certain equipments to figure out if they have some passive effects I'm not seeing. Okay, we've got all our party members set up basically. I'm gonna lead with Ash, Bash, and Balthier. And let's see how this goes. I should have healed Balthier before I entered. Okay, let's see. Exodus, name-wise and appearance-wise, is a reference to X-Stealth, our favorite tree from Final Fantasy V. The antagonist of that game. Look at him, you can tell. Okay, he has Reflect and Protect. Of course, exactly the stuff which is like bad to have when you cannot use items. Okay, you did have Dispelga, right? Yeah, okay. Okay, we also slowed him, nice. Oh, Berserk, okay. That's actually nice. He keeps casting Berserk on himself because, yeah. Okay, a Roga could be problematic. Okay, no, never mind. Both he has the Tourmaline Ring, which reduces his, which halves wind damage, nice, okay. Okay, never mind, this guy's a pushover. Okay, Bio is Flare, I guess. Berserk, I don't know. Berserk must be, what is it called? Reflect. This guy's a pushover. Because he also keeps doing stupid stuff. You both here keep cast. You can just, yeah. I can activate this again. Okay, both here takes care of things. Exodus keeps wasting turns with casting Berserk on himself. That's actually pretty nice considering that he is supposed to be X-Death, because there's this well-known like glitch in Final Fantasy V. If you cast Berserk during the final fight on X-Death, it doesn't trigger his second form. And you basically win the fight with only like one phase. And that's Exodus. I thought he would be more scary, but hey. Well, that's that. Nice. Only a couple more Espers left. Yeah. The three strongest ones in my opinion. Exodus, the Judge Cell, nice. The three, actually not the three strongest ones maybe, but obviously two very strong ones, Ultima and Zodiac. Zeromus is always interesting because you cannot use magic and relying on items is kind of meh. And there's also Chaos, who could be interesting because you can't use normal attacks in that fight. But yeah, Exodus was easy. Oh yeah, who are you? Learned man suddenly here. Nice. Cool that you are here. Okay, now I want to trigger that one rare game that can spawn here. I'm still not sure if you can just zone away with the percentage-based guys. Okay, he is there. Okay, it's the dragon over there. Yeah, that actually works with just moving one square away then. Okay. Okay, the Deed, that's our target right now. Those rare game enemies, those phone calls rare game enemies do vary in strength. Like some of them are pretty tough customers, and other ones are much easier. Like this guy is normal, I would say. Nothing too spectacular. Oh, he has the common Wyvern thing in this, which has instant death attack and like all other kinds of statuses. Also, apparently, the statuses from the Wyvern space attack always like inflicts all statuses if it hits. I've never seen like just the character just getting disabled or not. It's always like disabled blind and instant death at the same time. Yeah, that's this guy. We get the Leathern trophy. And this guy in the base game has something interesting to steal actually, and you can get a Mirage Vest from him. It's something I would have liked if I could actually steal it from him. But yeah, I explained that I'm not sure about that and cannot even tell that I get steal at all, so... Yeah. That was just okay. Okay, we are at 10. Let me quickly save again. Okay, I'm gonna quickly check on the conditions for the other rare game here. That must be a normal rare game then, that one Snake, and I'll be right back. I'm just gonna look it up. Okay guys, great news. The timing is perfect. The Grey Malta that I'm searching for, the rare game, spawns when the minute timer is between 10 and 20, so perfect timing right now. But I need to get back to this party over there again, which I've been to before. That means I need to activate this one again. And the other one again. Oh, of course. The other one gets lowered because the other ones that I have activated take priority. Okay, then I need to activate all three again. Yeah, very nice with the timing here. Good stuff. And touch it again. Okay, and let's go back there. And then we also got every rare game that is in this area, in the Mosforan High Waste. Oh yeah, both he deals even more damage now, because he has faith. Wow, that is so OP. I need to... he barely spends MP2, so yeah, very nice. Okay, and over here there should be the Grey Malta over here somewhere. Like somewhere over here. Yeah. Middle timer is still okay. Between 10 and 20. 10 and 20, yeah. Between 10 and 20. Nah, it does not appear. Where is it? Maybe I did not move in the right location. That guy is also not a Phone Coast exclusive one, that's just a normal one. It's certainly not here, must be over here somewhere. And there it is. It's also kind of big, wow. Grey Malta. And there we go. We do not get a trophy, like I said, just a normal rare game, nothing spectacular here. But you're still nice, still nice. Yeah, those rare games obviously important if you want to get the entire bestiary full of monsters, and get the Bagen, like, pirate... What is it again? Pirate Den, right? Pirate Den? Sky Pirates Den trophy. Why is this guy suddenly aggressive? Okay, the next thing I want to do after I did get the Grey Malta just right now, the next thing I want to do is go to the Esper Sand and get the next rare game that I can get now. It's a dinosaur. And we need to go to this area over here, the Broken Sands. And I think a lot of the coming episodes will be a little bit like more patchworky. But hey, that's important too. Oh, nice combo. Nice combo without damage. Also funny, the elemental seems to be... Bone Crusher, interesting. The elemental seems to be weak against lightning, but it's also immune against lightning. That's also very funny. Okay, I'm not sure what the guy here is called. I think it's just Tyranno or so. That might actually be it. Yeah, the Terror Tyrant. There we go. I think this guy has a 30% chance to spawn. And in any case, that's our next target. Both here, be so kind, and no, actually, where's Ash? Ash, please. Never mind. Instant kill. Oh, this guy seems to be a little bit stronger. And why is that guy attacking now? Well, luckily both here has so much evasion. Does he just block everything? Yeah, what I wanted to do is I wanted to cast the Spellga on him. Those Phone Coast rare games also like to have all kinds of positive status effects on them. Look at this. Did he just deal 3000 damage, or was that both here? But yeah, like I said, those guys can vary in strength. This guy is stronger than the other one, I would say. Like, he definitely has more HP and... Ouch, that's not good. He definitely has more HP and does take more damage. Yeah, Ashe is busy casting Cure. 3000 damage from Ashe is pretty nice. And he just keeps killing guys, Come on guys, get him. I think he can literally do nothing against both here. Yeah, at least not right now. Maybe if he enters critical health, he gets 0 evasion buff or so. Let's see. Now both here is still blocking. And there we go, nice. Good, we get the height cover trophy, nice. Actually, when I think about it, Balthier has 88 evade from the shield. But he also has the buff, I think, the augment that gives him 25 evasion if he has a shield equipped. So right now he has 100% evade. If that's the case. So unless the enemy has the 0 evasion augment, Balthier is improved against all physical attacks. Just like that. Pretty crazy. Okay, while I'm in the Esper Sand, I'm gonna go and explore this area here very quickly, the Yoma. And I will go to the Vesper Sand after that. Look at how tiny this guy is in comparison. He's still big, but yeah, nothing comparable to the other one. Yeah, after I've explored the area here, I will go to the Esper Sand. No, Vesper Sand. I will go over to the Vesper Sand and I will get more rare games over there. Like I said, I do recall their positions where all the rare games are. Sometimes the condition elude me a little bit, but all in all, I would say that I have a good roadmap and a good memory of the rare games in this game. Specifically, I think because they have very weird conditions at times. Get an ether, nice. If this area does not have anything meaningful, that's also the reason why I've never really been here. The Dispel mode is nice though, I always like my Dispel mode. And another one, nice. Yeah, okay, I think we've explored everything, yeah. Let's go to the Vesper Sand. In the Vesper Sand, we can also get a new enemy right now with the Foam Coast rare games. We did already get the whatever wolf, that one rare game where you need to kill 20 wolves in here. We need to trigger that one again, because if we defeat that one rare game, the other Foam Coast one will spawn. Another very weird condition, because you also need to do all of that without leaving the Vesper Sand. So what we need to do right now is killing a bunch of wolves. This is actually the location where the rare game will spawn. Like this corner here. But as I said, we need to defeat 20 wolves first, then we need to defeat the rare game that spawns after defeating 20 wolves, and then the other rare game spawns. Probably because of some territorial stuff or so. Also, I'm breaking the damage limit already. Balthier is so busted with this magic. Also, I hope it is still dry in Giza, because then I could get another rare game over there. I have wolves, I need wolves. Oh, there's, speaking of rare games, this guy is here again. But we already defeated that guy. 14k, legit, okay. Also, I'm not counting how many wolves I'm defeating here, I'm just killing wolves. Down there is another one. Of course, the first area has a couple of wolves, so I should go there. Over there are some more. Okay. Yeah, that's done. Okay, let's go over here. Over here. I think once I'm finished with this area, I should have killed enough wolves. Don't get my prey. Thank you. That was not nice. I'm not sure if that counts for my kill count or if that just like a wasted wolf now. Any more around here? Yeah. Again, 4 times speed makes this a lot easier. Okay, I think we are done here. Who's that? No, that's just a cactoid, sorry. Okay, I think we are done here then. Oh no, here's one. Okay, I think that should be 20, I hope so. And yeah, okay, that is enough. The Lindbergh Wolf, that's the guy. Okay, now that we defeated him, the other rare game should spawn. Okay, let's go back to where we came. It's near the Dragon's Den again. Also, by the way, nice reference. I already told you that the... oh, it's actually not called Dragon's Den. Worm's Nest instead. In the German version, this is called basically the English, the equivalent of Dragon's Den. And as I said, the Earth Tyrant is basically like a... it's basically a reference to the Earth Dragon in Final Fantasy VI. And he's down there, by the way. Where is he? Yeah, over there. If that would also be called Dragon's Den, then that would be another reference to Final Fantasy VI, because in the GBA version and the discontinued Steam and I think iOS Android version, whatever it was, they added an extra dungeon, which was the Dragon's Den. So that might have been could have been a reference as well. I'm actually not sure what released earlier, Final Fantasy VI for GBA, which included the Dragon's Den or this. I'm sure that both released in 2006. So actually that was a great year for Final Fantasy, if those two things released. But I'm not sure which one released earlier. Okay, and over there, the Kaiser Wolf. Speaking of Final Fantasy VI, Caesar Dragon, right? Okay, Bash heals, but Balthier eradicates this. Look at this. Balthier, do another one. Come on. Balthier, do it. 32k damage, wow. With oil and everything. That is so busted. That is so busted. Okay, actually, Balthier and Ash make a great team right now. I didn't even see what I got. But they make a great team. Okay, let's try to go to Giza, yeah. And see what season we have currently. Like I already did back in a different episode, depending on what season we have, I might end my session or not. Because if it is raining, then I'm gonna get money, because I would like some more extra money. And I still think that, like, the Guild Snapper place is the best location to get money right now. At least it does not take much effort to get money there. I'm just, like, moving around and pick up chests, and that's it. And in an hour I can already get, like, 500k or so. At least that's what happened last time. I would also be able to replenish my stock on high ether, so that might be nice as well. It's still dry, okay. That means I'm not ending it. That means I'm getting another rare game. That means I'm getting another rare game. Okay, okay. And he's already here, nice. Yeah, you recall this horse that can spawn over here? There's a 30% chance, as with the Terror Tyrant, that the horse gets replaced with the Narzanir. Let's go, Narzanir. I keep... Oh, you cannot do that. Let's try Erase. Eraska. That actually worked, nice. Both here just blocking everything, yeah. They got him. And we get the main trophy. Okay, and that was our quick trip to Giza. Okay, next step, actually, let's go to Osmone. But once again, I need to look some stuff up, so I will do that. Because there's also a rare game here that spawns under certain time conditions, like the Grey Malta. But I think our time right now is actually good. But I will look that up. I'm actually gonna end the episode here, because that's working actually nicely right now. I can say goodbye and stuff. So yeah, thank you for watching, everyone, and as always, take care and goodbye. And next time I will see... And we will probably get more rare games, and I will make a plan and stuff. But yeah, thanks for watching, take care, and goodbye.